I said no!
That's nasty.
Hello world, welcome to LTS. My name is Steve. Here at LTS we discuss a wide array of topics, all from a Christian perspective of course, with the end goal of pointing everyone to the only thing in life that really matters. Before we begin, I ask that if you like this video and channel, to please not forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Today we continue my 4-part Titanic review series, where I'm dedicating the first 3 videos to reviewing the movie, and then the last video where I'll be discussing what the movie demonstrates versus what the Bible teaches us. So, all that being said, here we go. I want to take a detour now and circle back to Calden Hockley, because the next scene begins to illustrate the second big flaw in this movie of trying to make Cal the villain in this story. Cal is spoiled, condescending, and as the movie goes along, we see that he's willing to do anything to win. He absolutely is a very shady person. But his one positive is that he does care about Rose, or at least he thinks he does. And no scene illustrates his feelings more than when he gives her the coveted Heart of the Ocean necklace. In this scene, the audience is being told,
You know, there's nothing I couldn't give you. There's nothing I'd deny you. If you would not deny me. Oh, open your heart to me, Rose.
there is nothing that he denies her, and she doesn't deny that. And you can tell that he doesn't know all the intricacies of what Rose needs or wants, and the audience doesn't either. But he is trying to show her affection in the only way that he knows how, by buying her stuff. I mean, he's almost begging her in this scene, not for sex, but for her to simply open up her heart to him. Now, does this mean that Rose owes him something or that she has to love him? Absolutely not. Love is a free gift. But it does mean that he has expressed to Rose genuine feelings, so instead of using his money, she needs to respect him enough to say,
I am breaking up with you.
and this is a conversation that should have taken place long before Jack came onto the scene, and even long before they even boarded the Titanic to begin with. So things begin to come to a head in this scene where Cal overturns the table and gets to her face, an act that he was completely wrong for.
Wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Even being wrong, Cal's outburst here represents the heart of the problem in their relationship. He's demanding for something here that really shouldn't be a difficult request. He simply wants Rose to honor him, to respect him as a husband. Essentially, he doesn't want Rose to go below decks dancing with other men.
I am shocked. Shocked! Well, not that shocked.
In an earlier scene with Jack and Rose, we find out that Rose and Cal's wedding date is fast approaching. So they're about to be husband and wife, and what person wouldn't want to be honored by their spouse? This illustrates again why Rose is the problem with Titanic. We're consistently being shown scene after scene where Cal is trying to show her devotion, only to see Rose look down on him and brush him off. But Cal should have wanted more for himself, and he should have said,
You're breaking up with me?
Yes. I am breaking up with you.
and Jack is also wrong with intervening in their relationship.
You need to leave!
But Rose continues to make things worse by having Jack draw an adult picture of her, to which she then turns around and puts it into Cal's safe just to be nasty. She runs off from Cal's butler and has adult relations with Jack. And then one of the biggest insults is that after the Titanic hits the iceberg, she literally walks back to Cal's room holding Jack's hands. And it all comes to a boiling point when he starts shooting at both Jack and Rose. Again, completely wrong, of course. I always laugh at the end of this scene where he says a comment here that I guess is supposed to be an insult.
I hope you enjoy your time together!
Thanks?
And the thing that surprised me is that even after everything, in the end, Cal still looks for Rose among the survivors. Granted, he should be in handcuffs seeing that he did just try to murder his fiancée. This scene demonstrates that he did care for her, but the scene ends with Rose stating,
"He married, of course, and inherited his millions. But the crash of 29 hit his interests hard, and he put a pistol in his mouth that year. Or so I read."
The movie throws that in there to almost say that he got what he deserved, or good riddance. And if you notice, at the end of the movie, you don't see him amongst the crowd in Titanic heaven either. All I have to say is that I would argue that Cal isn't a villain. Villains come into stories with an upfront motivation, and in order to make Cal a villain, they needed to change his motivations. Something that they could have done was made that he didn't really care about Rose, and that he only wanted to marry her because he wanted to have access to her family's treasure or title, like the bad guy from Frozen. And when you think about it, isn't that the exact same reason why Rose is marrying Cal? But I guess we don't talk about that. But anyways, that would have made him a generic bad guy, but at least then I could almost root for Rose. But during the course of the movie, we see that Cal has no ulterior motive or plan. He just wants Rose to care about him. And so the whole movie, he's essentially reacting to Rose's actions. He's a flawed character for sure, but that doesn't make him a villain. And with that, we come to the end of another video. If you like this video and channel, please do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And until next time, I pray God's blessing on you and that you'll always seek Him first.
I am breaking up with you.